Side stand wasn't up. It's full.
So here I am. I'm a brand new rider on a brand new bike. This is a 2022 Honda Rebel SE edition. Shout out to Fox Valley
Okay.
Cycle and on Hill Avenue over in Aurora, Illinois. And as of the recording of this video, this bike only has 1 mile on the odometer. So we are taking for its first ride. And this is my first ride on a public road. I did take my MSF course in June of 2022, 24th through the 26th. I got my endorsement on the 5th of July. And now here I am, wobbling around like I'm on baby deer legs or something like that. It's the 9th of July as a recording of this video that you're watching right now. And you see, I'm just kind of going through here, I'm just trying to take it nice and slow and easy, trying to get this thing home without any major problems, right? So anyway, way back in 1994, I did have a Suzuki FA50 for a few years when I was in high school, but this is the first motorcycle I've ridden since my MSF course, so, only like about 15 or 16 days. And now I'm out on the public streets. I just put it in gear, so, just trying to make sure I do everything right. Lights starting to change. I'll just kind of looking around. And of course the light turns green. Oops, stalled it. That does end up happening quite a few times during this ride. Nothing you could do, just go ahead and start it up again and get the thing moving. So I got my brother riding behind me in case something happens, and he was my ride to the place in the first place anyway. And you can see how I'm taking a long time between these gears here. I'm just getting a feel for how the bike handles and just how it shifts. This is the first time going out of, I think, second gear.
We are going.
And indeed, we are going down the road. Just going through here. You can see I'm looking out for all the traffic and everything. Oh, I think I had it in neutral or something. I don't know what happened there. I'm pretty sure I made just about every beginner mistake on this ride. So, and I was going to talk during this ride, but I ended up not doing that because there was like so much going on. I was really focused on just keep singing the Super Mario song. And apart from doing that, I was also, really super focused on what I was doing. As a beginner, I have to think about the clutch, the gear shifter. I have to think about the throttle and the brakes and both brakes and everything I'm doing right now. I'm saying how cool it is to downshift. Actually, I was pretty stoked that this light was green. My first turn. Anything interesting happens? I've revved it out pretty far. But like I said, I'm really focused on just making sure I get everything in the right sequence as far as the controls. I'm laughing at myself. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead a bit. Probably end up doing that a few times throughout this video. Okay, now, so I'm going through here, and you can see I'm coming up with a bunch of vehicles off to the side here, so I just kind of move it over a little bit, slow down, just make sure I don't, run into anybody over here. And then I start picking up some speed again. If I can move back over to the center. And so I'm coming up to this intersection. I'm just making sure I'm progressively slowing down. I don't want to run into these cars or anything. You know, downshifting, wobbling a little bit. There goes my baby deer legs again. The slower I go, the more wobbly I get. And a little bit off to the side. I'm trying to remember the Dan Van Fireman videos I've been watching. Watched quite a bit of his channel. Not quite far enough to the side as I would like to be, but it's okay.
Oh, shit.
And of course, I wasn't paying attention, so I wasn't in gear. I ended up stalling the engine. So you need to be paying attention. Make sure you're in gear when the light changes. That guy was not impressed. And you got Poor Boy's Pub over there to the left. I'll have a quesadilla. Ha ha ha. And I got this curve coming up here. And I'm going super slow. Just keeping the bike pretty much upright and picking a good line, you know, to be able to get through the curve. And then there's another little curve coming up. You know, once again, I'm just taking it really slow and easy, making sure I'm not exceeding my skill level, which is actually quite low at this point. A little bit of a lean. Pretty decent runoff there, so it wouldn't have been too terrible if I went off the road. Oh, and check it out. Went around the corner without stalling. So there's not much else to show or say about this video, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. All it is pretty much just more of the same. Going through a couple more towns, stalling a couple more times, and that's about it. So feel free to check out my next video, and if it's not up already, well then congratulations, you are one of the first people to find my channel. So go ahead and go in the comment section and make fun of the people who got here late.